Welcome to RUFC TV. We're here once again this week with our FQPL head coach Garrett McDuling and FQPL coach Jayce Gilchrist. Guys, welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Last weekend we had a late game on Friday night over at Rochdale. It was a great turnaround in form from previous weeks. Garrett, your thoughts?
Yeah, exactly right. I think the boys really did turn up. 8:30 kick-off on a Friday night at Underwood Park. So, look, the boys were really up for it, and obviously, yeah, like you said, tough couple of fixtures, and it's good to have, you know, some of our boys back. Joel in goals, and our captain Noah's is back there in the defence, and yeah, look, they defended well, they attacked well. I thought as a whole, it was a well-rounded performance, where we were a team that kept two very good wingers from Rochdale at bay for big periods of the game. Deegan scored a sensational goal to increase his tally, and yeah, we were unlucky not to make it a couple more. Rochdale similar as well, they hit the crossbar and came close. So I think for a spectator, the game would have been a very good game. But for us, yeah, it's a point that gets us back on track. It's a tough point away from home where not many clubs will go and get points against Rochdale. Some have, but I think with the form that we were in, it's a good turning point for us now to look towards next week again.
That's right, and of course not to mention man of the match, James Keogh. And just as few games back at Redlands, he's picked up a man of the match award.
Yeah, definitely. He's had some good games, and obviously played in his first few games some tough performances with those results. But yeah, look, he was one of those that we said was helping keep some of their wide players at bay. So Keogh, sensational. Yeah, a lot of our players had to put in a good shift, and it's really hard for games like that to try and work out a man of the match. So, in our opinion, Keogh was unanimous, but there was a lot of others that put in a good shift as well.
That's right. And now this week, it's another away game over at Cornubia Park at Logan home against Logan Lightning. Saturday, 6 p.m. with the under 23s at 3:50. Jayce, what are your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, well, this will be the third time that we play Logan this year, and they've got the chocolates twice. So once, most recently here a couple of weeks ago, where they really put us to the sword, and undoubtedly that was our worst performance of the year. So I know the boys have been talking this week. They're really keen to atone for that performance, and I think on the back of what Gaz was talking about against Rochdale, I just felt like and even probably for the first 15 or so minutes until the red card against Strikers, just kind of felt like we'd tidied up defensively, and we're a little bit more secure, and understanding was a bit better, desire to make things difficult was a bit more better, and it probably, we went away from that and lost that a bit during the sort of middle part of the season, and you know, hopefully it's back. The boys, we've said from the beginning that we want them to be a team that's difficult to play against. It's hard to break down and compete. And yeah, I think they did that really well on Friday night against Rochdale, and that kind of leads into another good opportunity against Logan. And they're a team that we know possess some threats. They've got four really dynamic wingers. I mean, obviously only two can play, but it means they've got some punch coming off the bench, and they've got a couple of big, robust strikers that can cause problems. So they're going to be tough to beat at home, and we know that as the season's gone on, the longer Gray's been there, there's been these slow improvements, and they're a much better team now than they were at the beginning of the year. So he's done a great job there, and you know, we've got a challenge, and hopefully the boys can you know, front up and do what we believe that they're capable of, and that's compete with any team in the league. So yeah, Saturday will tell.
That's right. And of course, last week was Josh Tofino's 50th game for the club.
Yeah, I mean, the last couple of weeks we've given a couple of debuts to a couple of young fellas, and it's easy sort of to get focused on the young guys getting opportunities, which is important. But then you get someone like Josh, and he's been here for, this is his second year at the club, 50 games.
And 50 games through 1 3/4 seasons. It's not a full season.
Yeah.
He's done it quite well.
Yeah, well, he's played in every game for us this year. I think he's the only player to feature in every, and that's Kappa Pro Series and Queensland Cup and the league. So he's been superb for us this year. You know, class on the ball and leadership. You know what you're going to get from Josh. He's well respected by the boys, and I think probably by opposition teams as well. He's just a great fella. So really happy for him to get his 50th up, and we had a bit of a celebration in the dressing room here on Tuesday night where he got presented with a photograph and with his 50th game, that kind of stuff. So those milestones are really important. We've got another one coming up in a few weeks, which I'm sure we'll talk about as it gets closer. But yeah, really happy for Josh. He's a great lad.
And of course, this week, as part of the NAIDOC celebrations in the NAIDOC month, we'll be wearing our NAIDOC strip. Nice little outfit there, and of course, proudly sponsored by Property Bureau. Once again, we do thank them for their continued support of us.
Yeah, the strip looks great. It's got obviously primarily white with some great sort of patterns through it. Looks really schmick, and we sort of went through and presented the boys with their NAIDOC strips the Monday night training. So the boys are really excited about getting out there in a fresh strip. So that kind of adds to the occasion that we were talking about before, and that sort of change in mentality over the last couple of weeks. So yeah, just another sort of little kick to get them going.
Yeah, and don't forget, folks, Saturday evening, 6 o'clock, over at Cornubia Park at Logan Home, our local rivals. If you can make it, we'd love to see you there in your red, cheering and supporting the lads, because what else is there left to say except, come on you Reds!